Lesson 3: Accessing Better. Somewhere inside that hurting body, there is something better, something stronger, something real. R.M. Drake. I've met so many people over the years who wanted to change their lives but never did. I suspect it is because they feared the struggle. Everyone struggles when they first start. I struggled when I first began, and during those beginning struggles, I realized why so many people never start, never change, or succeed. The reason is they, you, and we don't know how. We don't know how to change, where to start, or what to do that will change us, move the needle, and make that change permanent. I've seen it time after time. Even when people have an idea of where to start, they don't know how to sustain the attempt or the progress they make over the long haul. We see it all the time, especially when it's time for resolutions. Every year, like clockwork, before I began seriously focusing and learning about growth and development, I would sit down and make a list of things I would change about myself over the coming year. Lose 15 to 20 pounds, save money, get promoted, find a new job, go back to school, etc. January 1st, I'd be all in and hit the ground running. Okay, well, maybe it wouldn't be until the 2nd. New Year's is a holiday after all. Or then again, maybe the 3rd or 4th, wait until the kids go back to school and everything is back on schedule. Do you see my point here? Even though I was aware of what I wanted to change and had a plan, it never stuck. So again, the next year I would be setting the same resolutions. Now, I don't set resolutions. Not because I don't strive to lose weight or save money, but I understand that there is a process to how you change and to make it successful. When I did set resolutions every year, when I would write down the same goals, I would begin a process of discouragement. All right, Jessica, you didn't lose 15 pounds last year, so put that back on the list. You didn't find that new job either, so now we need to add that back on. It wasn't motivating, didn't excite me, it just brought in more negative and kept me focused on the past. The point to change is to change for the better, but how can you achieve that when you are focused on the negative from the past? You don't get to your destination by focusing on the road behind you. Socrates said the secret to change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. This is what so many people keep doing. We keep focused on what has been instead of what can be. You must let go of the past and make peace with it. The past is gone. It is behind you. However, so many people stay focused on the past that they are bound to repeat it, and it spirals endlessly, just like with my resolutions. Making peace with the past can be challenging. We all have things in our past we don't like, that have hurt us or embarrasses us. Listen, that is behind you now. You cannot change the past. You can only work today to impact tomorrow. And like Socrates said, we have to focus on building the new. Accessing better for yourself is about branding. Brand development is everywhere. And thinking back on my dance team story, brand development was essential in making that transition. You are a brand, and it is your job to decide what your brand represents. My prior actions in dance team had created that I'm the bomb brand, a failing brand. So it wasn't enough to say that I was better. My actions had to show I was different, and I was working consistently to be better and to be different in order to build the new brand. I had to first decide what type of team member I wanted to be. The same thing is required of you. You must first determine what your brand represents, what makes it different, and what makes it brilliant. The main question is, what is it you want to be now? You must realize you have already created a brand identity. So the opportunity ahead of you is to intentionally make your brand better. When I first started building a few years ago towards happiness, all I knew is that I wanted to be better. That was like my tagline, be better. I even created an affirmation that I would repeat to myself. I put it on my vision board, in my office cubicle, on my phone, and everywhere else I could. The affirmation is this: To be better than I am now, I must begin to do better now. I built my entire brand around this idea. It became a standard practice for me. It challenged me to keep striving forward and just keep doing better. If I drank 30 ounces of water a day this week, I'd set a goal for 40 the following week. If I worked out one day this week, I would set a goal for 2 days next week. That single affirmation became the foundation that I built. Each day, accessing better, not fighting the old, but building the new. Over time, what I found is by living fully in the present, I was actually changing the past. Life is a cycle. Tomorrow becomes yesterday, and yesterday was once today. As I worked each day to access better, the things I was doing in the present were changing. In essence, the past was changing, meaning no longer were my memories of failure after failure from inaction. Now they were memories of celebration, of victories for making my life different. It is true that you cannot change the past. However, you can live today to impact tomorrow for a brighter yesterday.